For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. All right. So because of what you did, the judgment was what you did was so wicked that the judgment was that you were going to be cut off forever. It says, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, and the day that strangers carried away captive his horses, and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. And that's what they did. That's what these Edomites did, man. All right. Once the Babylonians started to turn, started to get an upper hand, these Edomites jumped ship, man. Once he saw that Babylon was going to defeat us, they jumped ship and was happy to help them, man. So Esau broke the brotherly covenant multiple times. He didn't even break it one time. It's not like they just, once he came out of Egypt, that was the only time Esau. No, Esau been breaking brotherly covenants, man. He's a demon. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gates of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the distress in the day of distress. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward, as thou hast done, shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. And that goes for all the heathen. But the thing is this: Esau's reward is greater than all the heathen. Yes, Ishmael is going to get judged. Yes, Moab is going to get judged. Ammon, Japheth, Elam, all these other nations are going to get judged. But Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is going to have the worst judgment of all these other nations, man. All right? Him and all his people, man. Okay, they're going to have the worst judgment of all nations. Why? Because they've done the worst. It's very simple, man. Once you do the math, you can clearly see that Esau defeats these nations, to the power of 20, man, in wickedness and destruction. He loves to bring up what other nations have done. Those other nations are going to get their judgment, man. They're going to get judged. But you've done the worst. That's the bottom line. So you're going to get the worst judgment. Psalms 137. This is Psalms 137 verse 7. It says, "Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof." That's what I was going into with the Babylonians, man, when they tried to help them take us down, man. Okay? So King David is telling the Lord to remember that, man. So you think the Lord is not going to honor King David's wishes or prayer? O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. So this is what they did even back then. And when they came back into power now, they did worse, man. Let's read it, man. Because this is really what they did back then. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take your little ones, we're gonna dash them against the stone. But you've done worse than that. So we're gonna do worse than that. They did that when they came over here to see the Tainos, the natives. They done that, man. Fed babies to die, all type of nonsense, man. Probably raped the babies and we don't know all the wickedness that Esau's done. But we do know he's gonna get paid back for every last one of it. Everything that you Edomites have done, okay, is gonna get paid back, man. Everything, man. Everything that you've done, man. If you beat a Jake with a stick, that's gonna be repaid back to you by that Jake. You're gonna get double for that, man. If you trip the Jake down the stairs, you're gonna get double for that. Okay? You see? He's gonna take a big millstone and crack you up upside the head with it. Or he's not gonna do it, but a heathen's gonna do it. And that's just gonna be payback for that time. And then you're gonna have that to look forward to for 1,000 more years, man. So have fun. We're not gonna stop. We're not gonna stop. Because the Most High documented it for a reason. The Most High documented it so that we have the record, man. You know, and you have the record too. And a lot of you Edomites claim to be Christians, so you should know what the Most High feels about what you've done. You know? But you're only Christian when it's to the heathen. Let's get Joel, the 3rd chapter. You know? Because where was all that Christianity when they had us in slavery, man? You know? Where was all that at, man? You know? When they were hanging women and children, man. That wasn't there before. This is a new wave of Christianity they're bringing, man. But they're forcing it down you Negroes' throat, man. You gotta accept that shit. Let's get Joel. This is Joel 3, verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if you recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians. That's speaking about the transatlantic slave trade, man. All right, that ye might remove them far from their border. Where was our border, man? Our border was in the land of Israel, man. Okay, so what they did was they took us from that place. They took us from the eastern hemisphere and brought us to the western hemisphere, man. Okay? And it says, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people afar off, for the Lord hath spoken it. Proclaim ye this among the nations, among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Because that's what it's all about. This is all about the end. This is all about the transition of power, man. Why do you think the Most High is having this Armageddon, man? He's having it so that he can plead with all flesh for his people, man. He's not doing it for no reason, man. The scriptures clearly tell you what he's doing it for. He's doing it to plead for his people, man. For us, for Israel, man. Okay? For the true Israelites. Okay? That's what he's doing it for, man. Because when he comes, these people are not going to know what hit him, man, because they're thinking of some Cesare Borgia, man. That's not what's going to come in to crack the sky, the clouds. What's going to crack the clouds is a big, angry, so-called black man, all right, with white woolly hair. He's gonna bring that judgment. He's gonna bring that destruction. Let's get Ezekiel. Actually, no, Isaiah 62. In verse 1, it says, "Who is this that cometh from Edom, with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty the same. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat," man. Okay? So Yahushua is going to be, it's parabolic of it. How much killing he's going to do. He's going to do so much killing that his garments going to look like he was treading upon a cluster of grapes, upon a whole bunch of grapes to make wine. That's what it's going to look like. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. That's it, man. The Most High is not playing with you Edomites, man. You Edomites got a lot of things, man. If I was an Edomite, man, I can understand why you Edomites can't eat, can't sleep, man. Because the judgment that's coming to you is going to be horrific, man. And there's not going to be no coming back from that. You ain't coming back, oh, if you take us down, then we're going to have to get rise back up and take you down, and blah, blah, blah. That's not happening, man. You're not rising up for shit. Okay? This is not a fucking Jason Bourne movie or Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise. This is real life, man. This is real life what's about to hit you devils, man. And you devils ain't going to be able to escape, man. You ain't going to be able to stop it. You ain't going to be able to tell us to calm down, and like they do in this society. Stop being so aggressive. We're going to let out all the aggression that we could possibly let out on you devils, man. And that's what Yahushua is doing in this scripture. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. That's it. The day of vengeance is in the heart of Yahushua, man. You can't wait you cannot wait to execute judgment, man. You think you're going to talk to Yahushua when he comes? You think you're going to have a conversation with him? This is second business, man. You think you're going to have a conversation with Yahushua when he comes, man? You must be out your mind, man. You must be out your goddamn mind. Let's get second Ezra 13. Second Ezra 13 and verse 1, it says, and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him, man. Okay, so that's great power Yahushua is coming back with, man. Think of Dragon Ball Z and Goku hits, whatever, man. Super Saiyan 3, 4, whatever the fuck it is, man. Think about that, man. Think about seeing Yahushua with greater power than that. Enough power to to wipe out the earth, to wipe out galaxies. That's what Yahushua is coming. As soon as Yahushua enters this earth, everyone's gonna feel that, man. Ain't nobody gonna say, whoa. Oh, I didn't know he was here. None of that's gonna be the spirit that's gonna enter this earth with the spirit. These people are gonna know that there's spiritual energy in that day, man. the energy that's going to happen when Yahushua, when our Lord and Savior Yahushua Hamashiach cracks those clouds, is going to prove that energy, that feeling, and we're going to know. The brothers are going to know. You know, the elect is going to know how Yahushua is here. Out of 1 year is here, man. We're going to run outside. We're going to be looking for him. While these people are going to be fucking scared shitless, man. These people are going to be scared shitless in that time, man. Let's continue. It says, and whatsoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they trembled that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid. So they're going to be afraid when they see him, all right? And durst fight, okay? But they're still going to fight, because the Most High is going to harden their heart. He's going to put it in their spirit to fight against the Lord, okay? It says, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips, out of his tongue, he cast out sparks of tempests, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. So with that great multitude of people, Yahushua is going to reduce them to dust, okay, and salt. That's what he's going to reduce them to. And any of you brothers that have not seen, haven't watched it, the show Dragon Ball Z growing up or whatever, you should go see that, because that's a good depiction of what I'm reading, man. The tempest and the flaming breath mixed with the fire. That's what I visualize. I visualize like a Kamehameha or something like that, man. That's what's gonna happen, and it's gonna destroy thousands of hundreds. I don't know how much people are gonna be out there. There's gonna be a lot of people, man. It's gonna have to be at least in the 100,000s, man. Okay, because that's gonna be a war where they're gonna have to drop. There's gonna be a lot of people out there, man. But Yahushua is gonna turn all those people into dust. That's why we say, if you're going to that war, or if you know anyone that is going, then guess what? They're not gonna come back. Okay? They're not gonna come back. That's gonna be the end of them. There's no chance of them surviving that, man. First of all, when you go to the upcoming war, Esau's already chipping soldiers, man. Okay? So by that time, you best believe that Esau's gonna have chipped you if you're gonna be a soldier. So you're just the only thing you're left good for is to fuel the fire at that point. This is why we say do not take the mark of the beast, which is the microchip, the RFID chip. Don't take that. Okay? Do not take that, because that is of utmost importance. And these other camps that's not telling you that, that's not speaking about it, they're false prophets. End of the story, man. They're false prophets. They're playing games. Because anyone who really cared about you, or really even cared about the word of the Lord, and really knew the prophecies, they would be making that a very urgent topic, man. Revelations 14 and verse 9. And the third angel follows them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Plain and simple, man. Nothing complicated about that, man. If you take the microchip, you're going to have to taste that nuclear fire. That's it. Or some form of nuclear fire. You know, whether Yahweh Shai destroys you with that blast, whether you get hit by a chariot, whether you get hit by them nuclear missiles, man. Either way, you're going to have to feel that fire, man. That's the judgment for someone who takes the microchip, man. It's no joke, man. It's deadly serious. Let's get Jeremiah the 50th chapter. Let's get to the war scriptures, man. Look at the Bible, they say, look at my Bible, say, oh, that's an old Bible. Yeah, because we use it, man. Use our Bibles. This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 1. It says, the word of the Lord, the word that the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations, and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. In those days and in that time, saith the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah, together going and weeping. They shall go and seek the Lord their power. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to the Lord in the perpetual covenant that shall not be broken. It's that second covenant. My people have been a lost sheep. Their shepherds pity them not. That the shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned away. Like it, pity them not was not in there. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. All that found them have devoured them. Let me jump to the point. This is verse 9. It says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as the of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Right, so that's what's going to happen. This is speaking about modern day Babylon, which is America. Okay, and those arrows are speaking about the nuclear missiles. All right, they're going to actually hit ground zero, man. They're going to hit ground zero. All of them are going to hit ground zero in America. All those nuclear warheads are going to hit ground zero in America, man. And those people who are not warning you about that, they're false teachers, and they're not feeding the sheep, man. And they're keeping clowns from one body, man. You know, They're not feeding the sheep. They're not feeding the sheep. They're not telling you what's getting ready to come. The scriptures speak about warning our people, man. Lifting our voice like a trumpet. We ain't supposed to be silent about these major issues, man. You know, they're silent about these issues, silent about the mark of the beast, but they're speaking about what the fuck Meek Mill said, man. You know, some stupid shit, some trivial stupid shit. Oh, what did Meek Mill do? What did this guy do? Whatever's trending in Hollywood, that's what these Israelite camps are speaking on. But they're not speaking about what's important in the scriptures, man. You guys should be ashamed of yourself, man. This is Isaiah 58:1. It says, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgressions, in the house of Jacob their sins," man. That's the bottom line, man. We gotta show our people where they're going on, what they have to avoid. We gotta warn them, man. If you don't warn the sheep don't know no better. Sheep are sheep. They don't know no better. If you can't, the sheep's not gonna know if a wolf is in the damn bushes. Sheep is just docile. They don't know what the hell's going on. Even a gazelle's alert. Gazelle, they hear something in the bush, they're gonna be alert. But a sheep doesn't do that, all right? They don't do that. So we gotta warn them. We gotta tell them. We gotta make sure that they know. Listen, stay away from this. Stay away from that. All right? If you're not doing that, then guess what? You don't love Yahushua. And what does Yahushua say to Peter 3 times? He said, "If you love me, feed my sheep, man." He didn't mince words. It's not a parable. It's not a dark saying. You gotta feed the sheep of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, which is the children of Israel. And if you're not doing that, then guess what? The Most High is not giving you. Scriptures speak about not warning someone of their wicked ways, man. That means that blood is on your hands. Okay? Let's get on. Second Ezra 9 verse 9, it says, "Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life have received benefits, and have not known me. And they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain," man. That's what's gonna happen to them. If they don't listen, they don't take heed to what you're saying, all right? For the spirit of power, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, guess what? They're gonna have to receive that judgment, man. And that's the bottom line. You know, that's not on your hands at that point. But if you don't warn them, and they go out and go into destruction, then that blood is on your hands, man. That's why we gotta warn. We can't be flipping trying to be buddy with these niggas either, man. I'm tired of being buddy. The scriptures speak about stop on bid them not God speak, man. I don't have time for that, man. Like I said, man, I bump into a guy from IUIC, and whenever I bump into these IUIC characters, man, I feel, I don't feel right. Like I don't want to be buddy with them. Because the simple fact is, if you bring up the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, they look down upon that name. You see? They look down upon the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So what does that mean? That means that if they're not with the Lord, they're not with Yahushua, and guess what? They're against me too, man. That's my enemy. You feel me? They can't be they can't be buddy with me, but then they're speaking against Yahushua. That's me being a traitor at the end of the day. The scriptures speak about the name of the Lord, man, how important it is. Two scriptures in Proverbs come to mind instantly. Let's go. Let's get this one. Proverbs 18:10, it says, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. So the righteous are gonna use the name of the Lord and be safe, man. They're gonna be protected, man, because they believe in the name of the Lord. You got a lot of you who have to call yourself Israelites. Judgment is waiting for you. You calling yourself Israelites, you got the garments out with the fringes, but the Most High has an angel ready to put you to death, man. Straight up. All right? You know, you call yourself an Israelite, you call yourself keeping the laws, the high holy days, but the Most High is looking to find a day where you could just fucking die in a car accident, man. Because why? Because you don't believe in his name. That's who you're not one of his men. You don't even believe in his name, man. You look down upon his name. You think he don't have a name. You think you can call him whatever you want. So the Most High, that shows you the Most High is not dealing with you. This is Proverbs 30 and verse 4. It says, who hath ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in his garment, in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell, man? Okay, so that's very important. It's very important. All right? Very important. And if you say that, you know, it's a mystery or something like that, what does the scripture speak about the mystery? It said that he would do nothing, but he showed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. If you don't have that secret, then listen, man. If you, matter of fact, you don't have any of the secrets pertaining to the scriptures, then you're not a prophet of the Lord. Okay, you can put on a garment, you know, you can say shalom and all that, but you're not a prophet of the Lord at the end of the day, man. Because the prophets would have that. All right. We have confidence in that name, man. We're not wavering on that. We're not confused or maybe it might be this or maybe it might be, maybe we're wrong on that. No, we know we're right on that through the Spirit. Okay? The brothers have all types of testimonies they can tell you about the name. Well, what testimonies do these people have about Christ, man? They don't have none, man. Because that's a demon, man. And if something did happen with that name, then guess what? It was a demon that did it. You see? You know, you see how much people are using the name of Christ and putting and trying to baptize people in the name of Christ. And what's happening? They're having their convulsions. That's how you say it. All right? They're foaming at the mouth. They're having an epileptic fit, which is demons, man. But you're gonna go ahead and try and use that same name to bring righteousness, man. The scriptures say, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean thing? You can't bring nothing clean out of that name, man. Why? Because that's not a name that's divinely inspired by the Heavenly Father, which his name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushua. You know? If you don't got that, man, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Matter of fact, there's prophecies on that. Let's get what's that? Malachi 4 and verse 2. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness, which is Yahushua, arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and go up as calves of the stall. So that's it, man. All right, to those that fear his name. How are you gonna fear his name if you don't have his name? And if you don't have his name, or if you don't fear his name, excuse me, Yahushua is not gonna come. The Son of Righteousness is not gonna come with healing in his wings for you. You're just gonna be someone, another Israelite, 2/3 on the hit list. And that's what a lot of you camps are, man. A lot of you are 2/3 Israelites on the hit list, man, for Yahushua to be destroyed. You're gonna be running up to the chariots with your hands open, you know, thinking that he's gonna beam you up, and you're gonna see a beam come out, all right. The beam's gonna turn you to dust, The smell of smoke. Let's get Ezekiel 37. This is Ezekiel 37. I'll start at verse 6. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone of his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. All right, and the breath represents the truth. All right, that 100% truth that which is given to you by the Holy Spirit. And a lot of you Israelites, you have the flesh on you, right? You heard the prophecies, you have the flesh on you, but you're missing the breath. Okay, and that's the bottom line, man. That goes for IUIC, GOCC, and any of those other groups that are not teaching the full doctrine, 100% truth. Okay, if you're teaching that you don't have the name, you don't have the breath in you. The Holy Spirit's not dealing with you. Okay? If you're not teaching that if you're teaching Cornelius is a heathen, and you don't have the full truth. And that's simple. That's basics. That's simple. If Cornelius is a heathen, and that means heathens can make it, man. That means a damn Ishmaelite or Edomite could come into the congregation. Saying that Cornelius was an Edomite on top of it, like what the fuck? The Most High said they're the wicked, the worst of the worst, but that's going to be the one Edomite to make it? Does that make sense? That don't make no sense. The Most High don't work like that, man. He's not an author of confusion. Anytime you hear about a confusion of face or anything like that, that's an Israelite, no, not a speckled bird or anything like that. That's an Israelite that that's mixed amongst these other nations, right? So that now they look different. But when you go through their father's line, their father's seed, they go back to Israel. Which a lot of you Israelite camps can't even get that. Why? Because you're dealing with emotions. Again, you have the skin, but you don't have the breath. Let's end this off with Isaiah 11 and 11. Let's go through that. Day of Atonement's coming. Try and get our last meal in or so. This is Isaiah 11 and verse 11. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh, that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time